I'm Faris Mohammed. I completed my UG in Farouk College, Calicut, and I'm completed my PG in Pondicherry University. Last year I qualified NET in Commerce, and this year I qualified JRF in Commerce. Paper 1 is a very important aspects in our UGC NET exam. So while preparing for paper 1, we should consider about our time. We should make a perfect timetable for paper 1 because we have 10 subjects, that's including 6 problematic papers like reading comprehension, data interpretation, logical reasoning, numerical reasoning, like that. So for that problem purpose we have to practice. We have to practice more. Then only we can answer about something 4 at least in all the sections of this problematic papers. So while talking about data interpretation is much more easier in this section. So many guys think that data interpretation is more comprehensive. It's not for them, and they will avoid that 5 questions, and they will lose the marks. So you have to practice data interpretation every day at least 2 sets of data interpretations. There are more data interpretation questions are available in internet in so many books. So you have to if you concentrate in data interpretation, you can score. I'm sure you can score 5 out of 5 in data interpretation. I scored 4 out of 4 in my last year exam and 5 out of 5 in this year exam. That's all about data interpretation. And then coming to data comprehension. Data comprehension also is much easier. When you are first of all you have to read the questions and then coming to the passages. Then you can easily answer the data comprehension questions. So while talking about reading comprehension is also much easier in the sections. The strategy for reading comprehension is that you have to read the questions before answering or before reading the passages. Then only we get an idea about the passages, and we have to answer the questions according to the passages. So first of all you have to read the passages, then you can easily answer all the questions in comprehension. In reading comprehension there may be some difficult questions like tell me that name of the passage or story of the passage or something like that. Only I felt that only that question I had some more difficulty about reading comprehension. So in numerical reasoning we don't know what questions going to ask, because the pattern in every year the pattern is different. In the case of numerical reasoning, at least we have to score 3 questions. In 3 questions, 1 will be coding and decoding, it will be easy, and 1 will be missing number missing, that will be also an easy questions. So 3 questions we have to score at least. So next part is logical reasoning. Logical reasoning is much more difficult for me because last year onwards UGC added some more syllabus into this, that is Indian logic, that is Pramana, Anumana, Shabda, something like that. It's much more difficult. I felt that much more difficult for me. And in logical reasoning, where the questions regarding Venn diagrams and square of opposition was easier for me. So this is all about the problematic papers in first paper. Then we have factual papers, that is research aptitude, information communication technology, teaching aptitude, people and environment, and higher education. So in this section I felt more easier is information communication technology, because I was more interested in this area. So I scored last year in this section, I think 5 out of 5. While talking about this section, we have to update our knowledge regarding technological areas in communication. So while talking about information communication technology, last year UGC updated so many syllabus into this, like digital initiatives in higher education like SWAYAM, MOOCs. There are so many important aspects of digital initiatives added by UGC into the syllabus. So for me, ICT was more easier. And the next part is about communication. Communication is little bit confusions. While we are studying communication, it is easy. But regarding the questions, communication is more confusing, because the options given for the questions are very confusing. So in communication we have to practice more questions regarding communications. We should practice in communication questions like that coding questions. One sentence will be given and so many codes will be given, and we have to select the correct code. That's question we have to practice in in communication part. So the next part is teaching aptitude. Teaching aptitude is very more interesting in this section, because for answering teaching aptitude questions, we have to become a teacher mentally. Then only we can select the more approximate answer for teaching aptitude questions. Teaching aptitude questions were very confusing. Then we have to think more. We have to think like a teacher, not like a student or any other common man. We have to think like a teacher and answer the questions. In last year onwards also UGC updated some syllabus to teaching aptitudes. The next section is higher education. Higher education is a very wide area in this section. Higher education and people and environment is very wide area. In higher education, constitution is the some of the digital initiatives is the some of the different programs conducted by government is the some of the initiatives by MHRD will be the. So it's a very wide area. We have to make a short notes regarding higher education and people and environment. These two subjects are very wide in this paper 1, and we should assure that we should at least score 3 in this area. And that's all about paper 1 strategy for me. Books I referred for paper 1 KVS Madan Pearson publication and Harpreet Kaur Oxford publications. And I referred some online resources like Diksha and GradeUp, and that's all the resources I took for paper 1 preparations. For test series, I used Diksha test series. In that 10 sets of test was there, and I used one more test series like GradeUp test series. There also 10 tests was there. Probably I used 20 sets of tests for paper 1. For paper 2, I made a perfect timetable, and I had 3 months in my hands, and I made a perfect timetable for that durations. In paper 2, we have 10 subjects, and in that in that I've more concentrated on financial management, accounts, human resource management, management, then statistics, and these are the more difficult. These are the more difficult subjects for me, and I concentrated more on this. First of all, we have to find our strength and weakness. In all, we have strength in some subject, and we have some weakness in some subjects. So I have found my weakness in these 5 subjects, and I concentrated more on this. So while talking about each paper, financial management was much more easier in this difficulty area. So I prepared, like I used to refer I.M. Pandey books, I.M. Pandey regarding that financial management, and I prepared more than 100 questions regarding in each subject. In financial management, we have to concentrate on more like capital budgeting, cost of capital, working capital management, like that. In last year, we had 10 questions in all the 10 subjects, but in December 2018, we have more questions on marketing management, human resource management. In this year, human resource management and management are combined together, and business environment and international business are also combined. There will be only 20 questions in these 4 subjects. Till December, human resource management principles, and business environment, international business, these 4 subjects were different subjects. But now this June onwards, these 4 subjects were combined to human resource management is one subject, and business environment and international business is one subject. In these 4 subjects, we have 20 questions, and these 4 subjects are very wide area and a very comprehensive area. So we have to refer some important books, and we have to make our own notes. And the main important thing is that we have to make our own questions. We should follow the pattern of NTA, and we should make our own question regarding that. Then only we are more familiar with all these questions, and we can easily answer all the questions regarding these 4 subjects. So the next one is banking and finance. For me, banking and finance is more easier, because all the questions regarding in this section was very direct questions. We have to make a thorough knowledge in this, and it's not very wide area. We have to read and make notes regarding the subjects, and we can easily score 10 out of 10 questions in this part. And next area is legal aspects. Legal aspects is a very basic subjects in this particular paper 2. Only from this year onwards we have legal aspects. UGC updated this subjects only from this year onwards. So this year we had questions from very basic part, and I think 9 questions was there in legal aspects, and all the questions was very easy. Very easy means the questions levels are only for the UG level, and so next time the questions basic level may be increased, but it is very easy to study. It is low, and it is very easy, and only the thing we have to do is we have to make a short note. So for example, Contract Act 1872, in this section there are so many subsections, and we have to make a short note for all the subsections, and just read once in a week. So the next part in this paper 2 is business economics. Business economics is very small topic in this section. In business economics, only UG level questions will be asked, and it is more easier to score. I think I scored 7 out of 9 questions in economics. And while coming to next part is marketing management, and marketing management is also a very easy topic in this for me. Marketing management is not a very wide area. UGC syllabus for marketing management is little bit precise. I think we had 6 modules in marketing management, and all those modules are very precise, and we have to do is we have to make a precise note all for all modules. Then only we can grasp all the little things in marketing management. Marketing management is all about terms. We have to study all the terms in marketing management. And marketing management questions also little bit easier comparing to all other subjects. So books I referred for paper 2 is for business management CB Gupta, and for business finance it's IM Pandey, and for marketing management Philip Kotler, and for statistics I referred one UG book, that is LR Potti. For banking I referred through internet, because banking is more updated in this section, so we have to refer internet for banking and finance. And I referred for all other remaining subjects my UG books. And then for online resources I haven't referred any other online resources. Only I referred Ever Study class. It's a online study app for commerce and management. It's a very good online site for those who are trying to prepare for commerce and management. Test series I used for paper 2 is Ever Study class. In Ever Study class we have 30 test series, including that 3 test series for each subject, like that for 30 test series, and 6 test series for including 100 questions. It will be included that all the 10 subjects in this 6 test series. I used 36, total of 36 tests was used for me for paper 2. So regarding time management, in this June onwards there is no special 1 hour for paper 1 and special 2 hour for paper 2. So I used to manage my time like that. First of all, I did my paper 1 50 questions in that 1 hour, and I did my 100 questions for paper 2 within 1.5 hours. And then I go to paper 1 and I checked all other questions. Then I again go to paper 2, then I checked all other paper 2 questions. For time management regarding paper 1, we have to do, first of all we have to do all the questions. We should do all the questions that we have to know. First we have to read the question, and we should analyze the question that we can answer it or not. If we have able to answer it, then answer the questions and then go to next questions. So if we are able to answer the question, then answer the questions and go to the next question. If you are not able, if we are not able to answer that question, don't stuck in that questions. Go to the next question and check that question is the question is are able to answer for us. Don't stuck in any questions. If you are not able to answer any questions, then just click that mark my answer. That one option will be in in online test, mark my answer. just guess any answer. If you are not able to answer any question, then you have to click that mark my answer. There is one, I think, violet in violet color will be there. You have to click on that and go ahead for the next question. And then finally we have to do data interpretation. We will complete we should complete all other factual questions within 45 minutes, and then give 15 minutes for data interpretation. If you are good in numericals, you can give 7 or 8 minutes for data interpretation. I give 15 minutes for my data interpretations because I am little bit slow in calculations, so I give 15 minutes for data interpretation. And that's all about paper 1. And in paper 2 there will be 100 questions, and we have I think 15 questions are problematic questions, and I did my 75 questions within 1 hour, and I give 30 minutes for that problematic questions. That's all about time management for time management in exam hall. Let me tell you one thing, that there is no shortcut for qualifying any competitive exam. We have to be consistent and we have to be more passionate in our preparations. So it's pretty normal that sometimes we feel that for giving up, and it's very pretty normal. So there is for all the time we don't have anyone to be motivated in our life, so we have to motivate ourselves, and we have to be more consistent in our preparations, and should always think that there is no shortcut. Be a hard worker, be a smart worker. That's all.